right, gonna try to push out a short instructional video here, for lack of a better term. Subject today is just going to be slide lock reloads. So shooting the gun to this condition here, mag coming out, and then how do I get the slide back into battery? I teach there are 5 different ways to get this accomplished. Each of them has pluses, minuses. I don't give a shit which one you use, but just recognize that that they're not all created equal, for lack of a better term. So method number 1 is going to be some type of manual manipulation of the slide. So new magazine's going in, and then I'm either coming over the top, racking the slide, slingshotting it, something to that effect to get the slide to move rear, and then releasing it in full spring tension to get it to go forward. That's a way to get it done, manual manipulation. Number 2 would be magazine goes in, support side thumb is then going to trail it up, and then support side thumb is going to work the slide stop down, send the battery or the slide into battery, load the pistol, continue to shoot. Decent method. One of the nice things about it is, particularly for right-handed rifle shooters, mag goes in, thumb in that bolt release, consistency in motion. So mag in, left side thumb's doing all the work to get guns to go back into battery. That's method number 2. Method number 3 would be magazine goes in, and then it's a deliberate pressing of the thumb down on the slide stop to get the slide to move forward, chamber the round, getting battery ready to shoot the next round. Method number 4, M&Ps are very notorious for this, some Glocks, and then depending how guys go, is to seat the magazine extremely aggressively. In that fashion, inertia drop or automatic release of the slide just by way of inserting the magazine aggressively, and then gets the gun to go back into battery. I hate that one, and the reason I hate it is I watch guys all the time, particularly with the M&P, since that's what we issue. They insert a magazine, it goes into battery, they shoot, great, right? And that happens fairly reliably, so 9 out of 10 times. It's that 10th time where they stick the magazine in, because the slide has not gone back into battery, and then they kind of look at the gun like, what the hell do I do? What the hell do I do? And there's a big pause there to either come over the top and rack the action to get it to go, or then they're struggling to try and find the slide stop. And so I don't dig it. The other thing that I don't like about that method is that as guys go to seat it, a couple things occur. I'll watch them insert the mag, they'll release it so they can wind up, and then come in and bash it, and they're just wasting time doing that versus just a smooth insertion of the mag into the gun. The other component is if they seat it really hard, you can get bullet bounce on a full mag, so as it comes in and stops, the bullet does that. Slide releases, goes over the top, and then I end up with an empty chamber by the time the spring re-engages it and goes back up. So to me, it's a thumbs down technique. I don't like it, I don't dig it, I don't teach it. And if you're doing that, I would encourage you to stop immediately. So method number 5 is going to be kind of a combination of that thumb and magazine going in, inertia drop, however you want to do it. So what I do is I release my magazine, obviously, I reposition everything in my hand as I'm acquiring that new magazine, and then my thumb hangs out right up on top of the slide stop. Now I'm putting pressure against the gun this direction with my thumb. I don't want my thumb to move down before or too early, send the slide into battery without chambering around. So I intentionally put pressure on that. As the magazine goes in, I'm going to drive the gun up into my fixed thumb, and that will cause the slide to go into battery. Downsides of this technique is it takes a lot of damn practice, and you have to do it with dry fire and with dummy rounds, so that each time you're doing it, you can come back and ensure you have a loaded chamber versus just send the slide home on an empty gun, simulating the motion, or an empty magazine, because you're not sure you're actually loading that round in the chamber or not. So you got to practice it. One other benefit that I seem to get out of this is that we can only do one thing well at a time. So initially my thought process is get that new mag, okay, line it up, get it inserted, magazine goes in. I'm now thinking about, okay, hit that slide stop, and now I can think about the next shot down range or what's occurring down range. And by combining these two things into one motion, as soon as I get that magazine seat in the mag well, I'm already transitioning back to what the next shot is, what is down range, what am I looking for, that kind of a thing. So as the gun's going back into battery, I'm already requiring the grip, coming back out, and looking to make my next shot. So how do we check this? We're going to check it a couple different ways. Got around the chamber now, magazine there, empty magazine going into the gun, and I'm going to hit myself with the shot timer. The beep doesn't start me, it's just the start of the drill. I'm only looking for the split reload to reload. So the first one that I'm going to do here, and that we're going to look at and record, is going to be an over the hand racking. So I'm going to fire the shot, boom, Gun goes to slide lock, speed reload, racket, and we'll see what that split looks like. So it'll go like this. Again, the beep doesn't mean anything. I'm not aiming at this point. We're just checking and testing which speed reload method is the fastest. So there's one on there. The split on that is 1.57 seconds. So that's just the time to get the gun hot. I'm recording the shot, the time between shot to shot. Only the technique. So now I'm going to do an intentional thumb drop on this one, and we'll see how it runs out. Kind of combine those two a little bit. We'll see how it looks. That's a 139, so 150 to 130, just a change in technique. I'm going to use my left side thumb on this one, see how it goes. Bobbled it a little bit to 167. I can get that done a little bit faster, probably lost a couple tenths. And then the last one will be that technique. I can't make the gun inertia drop reliably, so I'm not going to try to bash the shit out of the magazine in there. Like I said, I don't teach it, I don't like it, so I don't do it. So this one will be that last one where I'm combining everything into one, just trying to get the shot off, and we'll see where we end up. And that is a .94 reload. So as you time them out and you're trying to make a determination of which one is best, for me, when the gun ends up in this configuration right here, all it is a goddamn hammer, and I want it to become a gun again as quickly as possible if I end up in this condition. And this is not meant to be a discussion about whether I should in-battery speed reload or shoot to slide lock or when that's appropriate and all the tactics that go with it. I have somehow ended up in this condition. I want the gun to be back into a gun as quickly as possible. And so we go from a 157 to a 139, 160 with a little bit of a bobble in there, so 2/10, so figure it's probably about another 140 reload versus that M technique where everything's happening right now, and I can automatically transition my thought to the next shot. What's down range? Did the guy move? Where's cover? And a variety of things that saved me somewhere between 0.25, 0.30 seconds just in the technique I'm using to reload the gun. So give them a try, play with a little bit. Again, just looking for what that reload time looks like. No accuracy involved, any of that kind of junk, just checking out my hand speed and seeing which one will typically give me the best time. I've done this drill numerous times with classes. I've had guys try it out themselves working it, and depending on the skill of the guy, that sometimes it's as little as a half a second difference with technique, up to a second and a half of time, just changing the technique up a little bit and get that gun back hot. So give it a try, see what you think. Bill Blowers, Tap Rack Tactical, primaryandSecondary.com.